Morning, YouTube. Welcome back to the channel. I told you we were going to can the pulled pork. Here's all we got left. I took 7 quarts to church yesterday, a 7-quart slow cooker full, and they destroyed it. This is not very much to can, but I told you we was going to can it. Let's do it. Alright folks, we got our little assembly line going here. We got everything laid out. We got our broth, we got our lids, we got our meat. These jars are hot, they just come out of the oven. What we're going to do, yes, I'm going to use my hands and I'm not putting a glove on. I'm funny that way. It's kind of like the mask thing, you know. I don't know what it is, but I don't know. I'm funny that way. I have washed my hands, by the way, so don't get excited. We want to stuff those pretty full. Now the reason I'm doing this, you say, why don't you just throw that bag in the freezer? Well, the reason I'm doing this is because how many times do you come in at night and you want something real quick, you don't have anything cooked, your lazy husband hadn't done anything, and there's nothing ready for supper. We call it supper around here, you might call it dinner, I don't care, call it what you want. Anyway, you come in and there's nothing cooked, but you really don't want to go down to the McDonald's or whatever it is you go to and get a hamburger or something like that, pizza, whatever it may be. You just don't want to do that. By doing what we're doing right here, right now, you can come in, you can pop the lid off one of these jars that you got sitting on your shelf over there, and guess what? You can have a wonderful supper. Pulled pork. Now, we're going to take our old aluminum dipper that's been around this place for, I know, since the 70s. We're going to pour that wonderful juice. See all that bubbling? We're going to put that wonderful juice that came out of that meat right back in there. We want about a ½ inch of headspace left. And it's going to suck up some. It's going to soak up some of it. Then you're going to take and you're going to wipe your rims, which I didn't get. Let me go get my vinegar. I forgot. Hang on. Alright. We got our little jar of vinegar. Take a paper towel, especially with greasy stuff like pork. You want to make sure that you take vinegar and you wipe that rim off real good. And we're using a funnel here, so we shouldn't have any problems. But, can you see that? We thought we didn't have any problems. But that vinegar will cut it. And let me say this right now as well. When you're canning meat, you want to go out of your way in cleanliness, especially chicken. You want to go overboard with your cleanliness here, because meat is a kind of a finicky thing, and all your work can go south on you pretty quick if you're not careful. Put your nice lids on there that just come out of the water. Ooh, that's hot. Put your rings on there, hand tight. Kind of pretty, huh? Hand tight, and into the pressure cooker we go. I won't make you sit through all this canning all this, but I'll put you back on when we get it in the canner. Alright, we got 2 jars left. To one of these, if you've never seen this, Head Country Sugar Free. It'll take a minute. To the other jar, we're going to put G. Hughes Sugar Free barbecue sauce. This is the original. And for all you folks that's diabetics or whatever, this is an option for you. And I'm gonna tell you, these are real good barbecue sauces, both of them. I've eaten them. I don't have to have sugar-free stuff, but since the woman in my life has to have this stuff, I don't mind. Hey, we have to make sacrifices for them, right? Yeah, all you guys out there going, yeah, right. We're just going to put that in there like so. And of course, it's fixing to cook tremendously, so we don't have to worry about filling that completely up. We want to push that down in there and get as much loveliness down there as we can, and you don't want to overpower it either. So but I can't stress enough, folks, when you're messing with meat, be careful. I think what we'll do is we'll top this off with some broth, and I think we should be good to go on those. I think I'm going to have enough left here. I'm not going to waste that broth. The flavor of that is amazing. And I'm not going to waste that, so I'm going to grab a couple more jars and I'm going to can that broth. We are not going to waste that loveliness. I think we're going to end up with 1 pint. And I am putting these in pint jars, by the way. You didn't notice. Oh no, we didn't have a pint. What do we do? What do we do, Brother Gary? Well, you want your headspace right. So you add a little chicken stock. There you go. Won't hurt it a bit. You could add water if you wanted. It'd be fine. Alright, let's get over to the canner. Whoops. Alright, we got all of our jars in there. I like to oil the rim up a little bit. Tighten her down. On this one, this old girl, I don't know if you can see that or not. Get you where I can see that. This one has a valve on it instead of the little wiggle wart. Just open that up until that valve goes to spraying water out, and then we'll let it set for 10 minutes. We want to can this at 10 pounds of pressure where we're at, for 75 minutes for pints. So it's gonna take a while. I'll bring you back when we're done. Well, I went outside and split some firewood. I came back in and turned this off. You can see we're down to 0, so let's take the lid off and see what we got. Make sure all the pressure's off. Let's see what the old girl done. Let's see. All right. Now when you take these pressure cookers off, you always want to turn this lid towards you, like so. Because if there's still some steam in there, looks like we might have had one leak. I see some grease in there. We'll have to check that out. Let's get them out and see what we got. Well, it's been my bad. I think they sealed in spite of me, but these over here, evidently those two there I didn't hand tighten the lids, or I did that one either. Yeah, I did too. I remember tightening those. But they are sealed. And you can see the finished product. That's how you can pulled pork barbecue. Nice. I wanted to show you this old jar here. I found this. I bought some old canning jars at a yard sale and this was in it. See if I can find it. Here it is right here. It's square. It's a Knox. But anyway, there's pulled pork barbecue. There's our jar of broth that we canned. Those two that maybe didn't seal, I'm gonna have to check those. I may have to eat those tonight. But anyway, well, no, I'm not gonna eat them tonight because I just had barbecue, corned beef and cabbage tonight. But anyway, I told you I'd show you how I did it. That's how you do it. I won't take any chances with those that I think didn't seal, because one of them, I've got grease in the water and that tells me that one of those was not sealed, so I'm going to have to check them. But like I told you, when you're doing meat, be very careful. Be extra careful. Be extra clean. So, well, I appreciate y'all watching. Like, subscribe, and all that good other good stuff. Especially hit that like button to get me in the algorithm, and maybe I can pick up some more subscribers. Thank y'all for watching. See you next time.